Welcome to Transformers Tuesday, where we're actually going to be doing two for Tuesday. The Star Raiders, we got Lockdown and Cannonball. There is no biography information on the back of these, so I'm not exactly 100% sure what they're going for. I do know who Lockdown is from the TV series, back when they did, what was it called? The really awesome TV series. It wasn't Prime. Prime was good, but it was actually animated. Transformers animated, and he was an amazing action figure. Those have become floppy over the years. I'm not sure why. Probably the ball joints became loose. I don't know. Now, Cannonball, I remember I had the actual vehicle. It had this really cool transformation with its legs, I remember, but I don't have a clue who he is. I've never seen. He's supposed to be from, this is what's really weird. Both of these are from a thing called Star Raiders, or Star Raider, and they're from totally different series from my memory, because this guy is from whatever it was, Energon, whatever. Here's the actual figure. So I'm not exactly 100% sure how they want me to configure him, but he's one of these people, or one of these figures you take apart. So he's like a parts former or a weaponeer or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what that is. But if you have, what was the other guy? One of the Junkions, you pretty much got him. And oh my gosh, these nets immediately started attacking me. And then on this side, I had a different version of him. I don't remember the same color scheme. So it could have been a completely different one. And man, this light is really bleaching it out. Let me see if I can get it off of him. All right, we got, right off the bat, you do not get a normal hand. I thought you'd get a hand and you can flip it, but you get that instead. So you can actually put the hammer on it, which I cannot figure out how to get the hammer on. I still don't know how to get it on. Or you can get this piece put on there, which is like a robot arm from like exterminate. I guess you're supposed to do this. I don't know. Otherwise, this does not really fit on the tip of that. The hole is too small for this. So I'm sure the instructions have for more information, but I have not read the instructions. So it does show that you just stick it on the end of it. Maybe I'm not being forceful enough. Maybe I'm using the wrong side. Maybe we're supposed to use this side, since it does seem to have a protrusion on the other side. So it does fit on that side. So if you're putting it in this way, you can definitely get it to go in. Let me, there's just a lot of background distractions. All right, so the figure has got some pretty good articulation. The legs are really awesome. I like how they got the feet on this thing. So it has, the ankle rockers are 90 degrees, which is crazy. I mean, I wish I could do that. He's got all the standard articulation we come to know in the years. He does have this awesome piece right here that we first started seeing with Optimus Prime from about 4 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, when they did this, I thought this is what they should have been doing for the last 40 years. This whole, it doesn't have to hide anything. There's no skirt in front. There's nothing that has to be flipped up. It's part of the leg rotation to go forward and backwards. And yet it hides it. This is absolutely what they should have been doing all along. The first time I ever actually saw anything like this was on a Saint Seiya figure, actually. They did it on him as well, so it's excellent. I love how they do that. All right, so Lockdown is definitely one of my more favorite figures of the two. Cannonball, I did like his legs. They did this weird thing in the original where I think like the front and the back wheels came together to make the legs, and it was like, whoa, that's really different. I've never seen anything quite like that before. And I'm maybe getting completely wrong. Let me know in the comments below. All right, so to transform him, I have no clue. So I'm just going to go ahead and see if we can do it intuitively. Intuitively means that if it's more complicated than that, then we'll get the instructions. Okay, so it's not hammer time, and it's not exterminate robot arm time. So let's put those two aside. I do kind of remember that there was two robot arms or two things for the original one. All right, so it does have a lot of the similar qualities of the original. There's also this little thing right here you have to plug into the back, which mimics the, I don't know which series it is. It's part of the Unicron trilogy, and I don't know each one of them. I didn't watch the cartoon. I was just glad to see Cars again, since in America, I think it was called Rid. I was so used to seeing Car Robot or Transformers 2000. But in America, it was called Robots in Disguise. It was the first time we really got back to having cars again. I was like so excited. And then, of course, Energon carried it over, but they had some really strange designs for that. All right, so so far seems to be fairly intuitive. I've not had any things that I'm like, oh, I don't have a clue what I'm doing here, like with the turtles. That was very non-intuitive. All right, so far, so good. and I'm going to end up saying oops in a minute here. I know I'm going to run into some scale thing. All right, I'm not sure how the arms will go, judging from the way that went on. I'm going to turn around this way because it's got a little bit more of an indentia there. It's more flat, let me put it that way, so that the doors can come down and hopefully plug into something. I don't see what the doors plug into. Need to snap, snap. This thing right here, I'm not sure if it's going to get in the way. So, oh, good. This, well, it rotates into the way more. We'll just leave it alone for now. Actually, if I want to take it off, I'll just take out the key. That seems to be pretty much flush enough as it is. All right, we got the wheels put into the correct position. This comes down for a reason, so I'm guessing it has something to do with it. Oh, you know what? Probably like that right there. Voila. Oh, wow, it really compacts in. And it may snap into some more places. I'm just like seeing how intuitive it is, and it's fairly intuitive design. I mean, it's not like you're like, oh my gosh, I can't figure this out. Now, it's probably user error here, just need to compact it a little bit more, and it's probably a trick to the arms. But overall, it's not hard to figure out. And of course, this doesn't do anything. It doesn't make anything flip out, although it seemed like it just did because I don't have the thing on exactly like it should. There's probably something to do with these arms not being in the correct place. Let's try something else. Let's try going like this, maybe. All right, you know the way it's indented right here? Maybe it has something to do with this. Seems a little bit more realistic there. Let's try that. And then when these flaps come down, will they hook onto anything? They don't seem like they're going to hook onto anything. So I'm trying to see if his hands are supposed to grab onto something. But then he only has one hand, technically. So I feel like this should snap into someplace. Well, other than a few little minor tweaks with his arms, this is what you're going to end up getting. And of course, I'm sure that those have a way of stuffing away under there somewhere. But not bad. All right, let's get lockdown. Now, lockdown is, again, a piece formers. He has a hand under this, but I like to make it look like it's a pirate's thing because he has that, you know, that hook hand like a pirate. Arr. I don't think this is where the pipes go, but I wanted to make it kind of more Voltron looking, I guess. And let's see, did I supposed to actually, I have the other version of this, the trash guy. So I don't know if I'm supposed to completely take him apart and then, you know, transforming, or if you can just transform from this like a real Transformers. I don't remember that. But noticing his arms are kind of swiveling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. Fudging around with it. All right. I feel like there's something that's got to come apart somewhere. And again, if you want to see how to actually transform it, you can go to, I'd say Bolt Matrix is really good at this stuff. He tells you turn this, flip this, do this. Me, I'm just fudging around and see if I can figure it out without the instructions. Yeah, I feel like this should come out. And then this comes down so I can tuck his head. Oh, and you know what? His head goes back there. Wow, okay. And then that goes down. There's no way to twist this around. Okay, I feel like all of this part right here should go in the very front. Let me just get all there. And I love how the legs split apart and make his motor split apart as well. Yeah, lockdown, I like how he looks like a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome vehicle. All right, so we got the back part still to do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay, I wonder if I could have kept it on the frame and did what I got to do. Okay, noticing right there, yep, it goes like that. So, could I have kept it on the frame to do that? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, this does not want to go down at all. Oh, you know what? Derp. I don't think I could have, though. Yeah, I think it has to collapse completely or something. Like this completely collapses. Accordions, I guess you should say, the collective word would be. And I guess the arms just kind of, oh, you know what? They fold up like this. Or not. I was about to say they clip up in here, like his forearm should clip up into that. Let me keep it like that then for a second. I should have like a timer and see if I can't get it done within like a certain amount of time. I just go like, done. All right. Well, it's not as intuitive. This being a parts former, it's not as intuitive as a transformer is, because you can take it apart and that kind of makes you like wonder, am I doing it at all correct? I don't know. I know that goes there. I'm not exactly 100% sure it goes in, and I feel like it's got something to do with the way this is placed. But gives you a really cool looking Mad Max vehicle. So would I pick up these two? I bought these both for $25 each at my Walmart. There was a third thing there that I did not pick up, and now it's gone. I went back 2 days later and everything's gone. Everything that I saw that was new, I left a few of these behind. And the other thing, gone. Everything's gone now. So if you want to pick these up, I suggest going over to your Walmart and see if they have them. And I recommend both of them. I like this one a little bit more just because it's more of a solid robot. This one falls apart, although I just love lockdown anyway. I do want to figure this out on my own. I probably should have played around with it more before, but I kind of want to give you a feeling with my videos. I'm not a professional, so I want you to see, is it intuitive? Can you just do this? Do you think that it's easy or hard? And for the most part, this was pretty easy. This part, I'm struggling with this. So you may have played with these over and over again and already know how to do it. So just showing you how in depth they are for people who are beginners, maybe, or medium, or people who are more advanced. Have a great day. Let me know which one's your favorite between these two, or if you don't like either. Yeah, I just want to hear your comments. All right, I was so close. It just had to be clipped in to the side with the arm underneath there, and everything else was fine. It's a solid piece. With this guy, I was really close, but so far, like, these have got to be hovering. You didn't even have to take him apart to transform him. The arms actually went together. It's like, here's the elbows, here's the forearm. So you had to twist the forearm to go in instead of back, like up and down. And then you had to twist the wrist just to fit in better. And so it's a little bit tricky getting these two parts not to fall off and to twist in there and tuck in. But the forearms come together. And then why is mine painted gold on this side but not this side? That's what I don't understand. This is the one I kept the hook in because I put it on his right arm and it just looked better on his right arm. Plus it had painted gold. The other one I didn't really use. And then those go on the side. And it's a pretty solid little build. I like this a lot. Like, again, I don't usually like parts formers. And now I want to figure out how to make him into like the weapon thing that he's supposed to be. Like, I looked at the instructions to see what did I miss on the arms. They were more challenging than I thought they was going to be. So it looks like they want you to parts form it with the motorcycle. That was one that I saw that I did not get, and now it's gone. And so was the bird, which I didn't think you may want the bird, but evidently the purple bird is gone. It's sold out. Everything had this sold out. So people have been wanting this stuff for a while. But yeah, that's definitely the car I had back in the, gosh, like 20 years ago, I think. And I just remember the legs did a really funky thing where I think the front and the back came together. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember. So which in this mode right now, which one do you like better? I definitely like this one better. In the robot mode, I like this one better, but in the car mode, oh my gosh, look at that. That is just so gorgeous. I just, this is cool too. I like the paint on the side, the black and the gold, of course. But this is an SUV. This is very common. If I was going to try to survive, I'd want one of these. I mean, you got your little thing to scoop the zombies out of the way when you're, going through the apocalypse. And oh my gosh, this just looks gorgeous. Look at that. I like the green, the black, the spikes. It just looks, It looks like totally Mad Max. It's like Beyond Thunderdome kind of stuff going on here. The hypes. The hook, you know, it could work in case you had to, you know, grab a hold of somebody else and pull them along. And I don't know where to put these in the car mode, so I just put them on the back like as a bumper and a toolkit kind of thing. I thought they would go neatly under here somewhere, but that's in the way. And yeah, you don't, I mean, there could be another place for it. I didn't look at the instructions. I just kind of plugged them in and said, good enough. I was going to actually put them like this, but it looked a little ridiculous. So I was like, nah, it kind of looks like, you know, on the back of some of your vehicles, you have like a tire. It kind of looks like it's kind of doing that, even though that looks kind of like a tire on the top. Yeah, in vehicle mode, definitely like that. They both roll pretty well. This one rolls better. I think I don't have this one lined up properly, like the wheels in the back maybe. Yeah, it wants to turn, so it obviously, it may be catching on to the little joint right there. This one rolls fairly well though, very well. All right, so again, in robot mode, this is my favorite. In car mode, this is my favorite. Let me know which one you like in both modes. All right, have a great day.